You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope this show finds you in great spirits, as it should. Hopefully you guys woke up on the right side of the bed, all right? On the good side of the bed, whichever side that bed is, all right? Hopefully you guys are waking up, getting some coffee in you, or if you already had your coffee, hopefully you're having a good start to your day. Okay, guys, we do have some breaking news that I want to give you guys. Of course, I was going to do this as a pop-up, but I was like, you know what? I ain't got time today, unfortunately, to crank out some videos. So I figured, let me do this with you guys as a fam, react to this, talk about this whole situation, because let's be real. There's been new developments, new updates that are absolutely mind-blowing to me, okay? There's a lot of dun-dun-dun coming out throughout this show. I'm just letting you know, it is very, very messed up. But now we're hearing from media, from sources, and from the director of the Secret Service themselves about this whole situation. Are they taking accountability? Are they saying, dagnabbit, we done mucked up? Or no? We're going to find out. Let's not forget this one too. Is the director of the Secret Service going to put in their resignation papers? Or no? That's another burning question that I think a lot of us want to know. So before we get into everything, do me a favor, do me this solid, all right? As my camera tends to go in and out of focus today. Hit that like button down below, crush it, make it scream out your doggone name. You know what to do. Also, hit that reaction button if you are watching on other platforms like Facebook. And if you are watching on those other platforms, or do go on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, please go over there and follow me over there on those platforms. That'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. Of course, do not forget to crush that subscribe button here on my YouTube channel. That'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. Do that as well. Go over to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips, okay? It is another place where I'm taking clips from these live, especially the longer live shows, and I'm putting them onto more bite-sized versions of what we cover on the show, because we cover a lot of stuff in these live shows. Those things, more bite-sized versions of the longer versions of the shows, are now on the secondary channel, as well as breakdowns of cases and all that I break down in more of a abbreviated way for those of y'all who just don't have time to watch or listen to a 2 to 3 hour show sometimes. So please go over to the secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there. That would be amazing. Of course, if you want to support the channel, hit that join button down below. Become a member. It's right underneath. It says join right down there. Hit that join button down below. Become a member of the family. That would be amazing. And of course, if you want to support the channel even further, go check out my Patreon, okay? People are starting to join that, which is amazing. And I appreciate you guys starting to trickle on over there. We got some really nice little treats for you guys over there to go and check out. So please go over to patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's right there, scrolling underneath me as the show continues. Okay, guys? Anyway, we got to get into this thing. We got things to do. We got conversations to have and many miles to go before we sleep. All right, guys. We got a lot going on. Obviously, as we already know, what happened a couple days ago, someone tried to take out former President Donald Trump. All of us have been wondering what the heck is going on here on both sides of the aisle. Let's be real. No one should be trying to take out anyone like this, okay? And I think we can all agree on that, right? Violence is not the answer. In fact, that's the one thing I love about this platform, and I love about this chat, the family chat. We all have our own political views. We're all different, right? This is not just one echo chamber of one demographic, right? There's people of all walks of life in the chat coming together, and for right now, at least, being mature, right? Agreeing to disagree, and just being able to have the conversation and hear the news, the information, and the facts in an unbiased way, or as unbiased as we can make it, right? At least politically. How's that? Because obviously I have my opinions about what happened here, okay? And we all do, right? But at the same time, that's why I love you guys so much. And, I want to give you guys a little bit of love real quick to you guys, to the fam, all y'all that are watching right now. You guys are truly blessed. You guys are smart, intelligent, critical thinking individuals. And I just want to give that to you guys, some positivity this morning as you're downing your cup of joe, as you're chasing your little ones around the living room or in the kitchen, you know what I mean? As you're holding it down, paying your bills, doing what you need to do. I appreciate you guys. All right. Now, here's the thing. As we know, like I said, we've all been wanting to know what actually happened here. Why did this whole thing go down? Did the Secret Service really mess up? Right? Now, yesterday, I did talk to you guys about this at great lengths about the director of the Secret Service, Kimberly Cheadle, did come out with a statement basically saying, we will be more than happy to participate or be cooperative in an internal investigation on what actually happened at this Trump rally, which claimed the life of one and severely injured two, and of course, clipped the former president of these United States. Now, one of the things that everybody's been saying is, she needs to sit down. Because if this is her bad, if she's the director, and she's spearheading this whole thing too, something ain't right here. Well, there's some more information that we've learned, which I am absolutely shocked about, okay? Not only do we have her saying, hey, it was unacceptable and all that, there's more information that we're hearing throughout some of the news clips that I'm going to be sharing with you guys this morning. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot to break down. There's a lot that's being said. And I was like, man, if I do this a pop-up, will I have time? I don't know. So let me just get straight to it. Right. So let's get into this article really quick. All right. ABC exclusive, Trump rally tragedy. Okay. And I got to use these code words, guys. I know a lot of you guys are like, why are you not just saying the word? I have to use these code words. All right. Unfortunately. All right. So Trump rally tragedy, unacceptable. This is what the director of the Secret Service said, Kimberly Cheadle. All right. Now, she did say in the top, I just want you to see this here. It says, the buck stops with me. That's what Kimberly Cheadle said in an NBC News interview. The buck stops with me. Big information. All right. So in her first network interview since the attempt on former President Donald J. Trump, okay, U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle said that the Pennsylvania rally tragedy was unacceptable. It was unacceptable, she said in the interview on Monday. Okay, it's something that shouldn't happen again. It shouldn't have happened, period. Right? But she says, and it's something that shouldn't happen again. I'm telling you right now, guys, the information that we're going to hear in a second is absolutely mind-blowing. And the things, because some of these things have been out here, leaked out to the public, but I looked at those as just like rumor. They were just the rumor mill. Now we're hearing some things that are actually, it's confirmed some of these rumors. We're going to talk about those in just a minute. Okay, so the violent incident on Saturday, obviously we already know about all this information. When she learned of the tragedy, Cheadle said she was shocked and concerned, both for Trump and for the Secret Service agents who responded to the incident. It was obviously a situation that as a Secret Service agent, no one ever wants to occur in their career. Okay, she says the buck stops with me. As the head of the agency, Cheadle said it's her responsibility to investigate what went wrong and make sure nothing like it can happen again. The buck stops with me, she said. I'm the director of the Secret Service, and I need to make sure that we are performing a review and that we are giving resources to our personnel as necessary. Cheetah responded to reports that the suspect was seen and identified as potentially suspicious before he opened fire, saying that a very short period of time passed between then and the actual incident. I don't know. I've heard, and I keep wondering, what does the Secret Service constitute as a very short amount of time? There are reports that there was a police officer that actually saw him on top of this building for 30 minutes, took a photo, said suspicious person, right? Called it in as a suspicious person, right? 30 minutes before anything went down. Okay? Short period of time, my booty. I'm just going to say that real quick. All right? But let's continue on. Those are the reports right now, guys. I don't have all the details yet, which is weird because I feel like by now she should have a good chunk of details because you are the director of the Secret Service. Okay. But it was a very short period of time. Seeking that person out, finding them, identifying them, and eventually neutralizing them took place in a very short period of time. And it makes it very difficult. So wait, finding them. See, this is the problem I have. Finding them. Okay, seeking that person out, finding them, identifying them. Now, we don't need to identify him. All we need to know is if he's a friendly or if he's out here trying to do bad. Let's be real, right? So seeking the person out and finding him, he was found 30 minutes before he pulled the trigger. Police officer did see him, took a picture of this dude. This is what the reports are saying right now. Short period of time. All you need to know is if he's a bad guy or a good guy. He's in plain clothes. He was not wearing fatigues or anything of that sort. He was not dressed up as Secret Service or anything crazy like that, right? It's not like he was wearing all black. He was wearing a YouTuber's t-shirt and wearing like khaki pants. Civilian clothing. And he was in an area where no other personnel, security personnel, was at. He was on a rooftop where no other person, no other snipers, no other security was at all. It doesn't take 30 minutes to figure this thing out, ladies and germs. It doesn't. So a short period of time, like I said, my booty. So let's continue on. Just saying. And it makes it very difficult. Okay, fine. Cheeto also said that local authorities were tasked. See what's going on here? See what's going on here? Again, they're just doing this. They're pointing the finger to other people. They're going, local authorities were tasked with securing the building where the alleged monster fired the shots before being taken out by a Secret Service sniper, and confirmed that local police were present. And this is the part that drives me crazy. And this is part of the rumor that was being spread around, right? There was a rumor that was being spread, and this is now confirmed. It is now confirmed that local police were present inside the building while the shooter was on the roof. Let that soak in for a second. So and you're going to hear it in these videos here in a second. So you mean to tell me that this monster was sitting on top of the very building that police were using as a staging area? He was literally on top of the building with 5-0 underneath him. Hold on, let me just repeat this one more time for all y'all in the nosebleed seats, okay? Follow the bouncing ball, all right? He was on top of the building in which police were inside of. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke on that for just a few minutes. Just think about that for a second. It's almost comical. I feel like this is a scene from a comedy movie. So the area that like kind of like a headquarters area where the police would come in, do whatever they need to do, so on and so forth. He was on top of that mother loving building, laid out, trying to get his shot ready. Cops are going in and out of this thing, allegedly. In the videos that I saw, I didn't see any cops going in and out of that thing. But by the way, just so you know, those videos are very short. They're very much focused up on the roof. You don't really see, cops going in and out and going, what's going on up on the roof? So, hence the reason why I feel like there was a 30-minute gap and why this officer saw this monster shimmying up to the roof, bear crawling and all that, and he took a photo. Because he was probably walking in and out, saw this and said, what's up with this? Right? Interesting, right? Like I said, I'm not here to bash law enforcement at all whatsoever. When they do the job right, hey, hell yeah, I clap, I get proud. I'm like, yeah, law enforcement, law enforcing, okay? But this one right here, wow. Like I said, more than just a few people should be fired. That's just what I think. But let's continue on, okay? So just again, local police were present inside the building while the monster was on the roof. In this particular instance, we did share support for that particular site and that the Secret Service was responsible for the inner perimeter. Again, pointing blame. I'm just saying, she's pointing blame. She's going, hey, it ain't us, it's them. No. You got this twisted, y'all. Hold up. Don't come at me, though, okay? You feel me? Don't come at us, Secret Service. It was their fault. They were the ones that needed to secure the perimeter. And it looks like they dropped the ball. Not me. It's on local PD, not me. Okay. She continues saying, and then we sought assistance from our local counterparts for the outer perimeter. There was local police in that building. There was local police in the area that were responsible for the outer perimeter of the building. Okay. Cheeto said she reached out to Trump, but has not yet spoken with him. I don't know if he wants to talk to her. I don't know. He might feel some type of way right now. In the days since the attack, Cheeto and the Secret Service have faced heightening scrutiny for failing to prevent the incident from happening, and even calls from some to resign. Here's a part that I thought was very interesting. Cheeto said she would not resign from her role. Okay. Well, let me just say this. This was a huge screw up, massive screw up. You're telling me you're not willing to, you're going to sit there and go, nope, I ain't sitting down. I ain't stepping down. There ain't no way. It's not my fault. But she did say, the buck stops here with me. So if you're sitting there going, I'm the director of Secret Service, I have this responsibility to protect and run this ship very well. Yes, there were some mistakes that were made, but nope, not taking accountability for it. Pretty bad. People are asking for her to resign. People are asking for her to step down. But I also am curious as to who else was involved in the securing the security detail for this rally. Because I'm not thinking that she's there, boots on the ground, checking out and making sure everything's put together. There's got to be somebody else that maybe was the lead on that particular event, right? That person should be brought in as well and talked to as well. But the fact that she is literally sitting here saying, oh no, it was local PD's fault. They just relied on trusting local PD to know what the hell they were doing is absolutely asinine to me. Let's not forget, your VIP, okay, is the former president. Doesn't matter. If you have someone who is, obviously very polarizing, there's a lot of people that feel some type of way about him, okay? The country feels there's some strong emotional reactions towards Donald Trump for sure. You're telling me that there aren't people out here that would want to do something as unthinkable as what TMC did? Let's be real. So once you want to make sure that everything is completely locked down, and what I mean by that is, if you are letting local PD run things, right, as far as the perimeter, but wouldn't you want to make sure you at least have one or two Secret Service agents out there making sure that they're running a tight ship, just to oversee, hang out with local PD, be there, do whatever they need to do, just to make sure that everything is properly put together. Not, oh, you guys got the perimeter, so you good? Okay, I trust you. No, there's no such thing as trust anymore. Do you realize that when you got somebody, when you are literally protecting a VIP, right? There is no trust anymore. It's called, we need to make sure everything's in line. That's what should be happening. Making sure everything is in line. But they didn't do that, y'all. They didn't do that. They just said, okay, we trust you. We trust you, local PD. And just because they're all sitting there in your face saying, hey, we're big fans of Trump. Yeah. You know what I mean? MAGA, whatever it is, right? You really think they're all feeling that type of way? Local PD? Wouldn't you want to make sure, just in case there isn't like some sort of leak, some sort of, weak spot in the perimeter, so you can oversee it? Like, hey, whoa, I see zip ties, over here. What's up with the zip ties? Or, anything, just to make sure everything is nicely put together. Okay? It's just insane, guys. All right? But just so some more information here really quick before we go into this video. All right? She's expected to testify before the GOP-led House Oversight Committee next Monday, July 22nd. Okay? Yeah. What is it? Ali True? Yeah, exactly. Like leak spot or a weak spot, right? You want to make sure that, okay, everything's good so that no one can just go in there and infiltrate in some sort of way. You feel me? But you can't, I've always learned if maybe this is just me, because I'm just, the workaholic control freak that I am. All right. But like, it ain't going to be done unless it ain't going to be done right unless I do it. You see what I'm saying? I know a few of us out here are just as crazy. Like, it ain't going to be done right until I do it. Or, I won't be satisfied until I have my hands on it. This is the kind of attitude that Secret Service should have been having when it comes to the local PD securing the perimeter. They should have been like, no, let's go over here and make sure we good. Let's just oversee this. Let's just take a look. Okay, we Gucci? We're going to stay here, though. We're going to have at least one agent out here to make sure everything's staying, like, running beautifully. Make sure you keep this place ship shape. Run that a tight ship over here, and we'll have the rest over here. That's what should have happened, but they didn't do that. They trusted, as they say, they're blaming, okay? They're pointing blame on local PD. They're moving the goalpost, in my personal opinion. There's even more to the moving of the goalpost. I got a couple videos. Let me share with you guys the art of the video that was from ABC, from the article that we read. I got another video here as well, which is ridiculous. Okay, miss me with the nonsense, guys. Like I said, they are moving the mother loving goalpost. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's take a listen to this video right here.
Fast-moving developments after the assassination attempt tonight. Remarkable new images here. The alleged gunman seen climbing to the roof just minutes before opening fire at that rally. You can actually hear people in the crowd yelling to an officer, pointing him out. And now we learn that law enforcement was actually using that building as a staging area, and how the gunman climbed onto the roof, the wall outside that building. And ABC's Pierre Thomas tonight with the exclusive interview with the head of the Secret Service and what she's saying now.
Hold on, really quick. I don't know why, but just really quick before we go into this interview, the whole fact that police were inside the building, the very building that he was actually climbing up on, why does it make me think of Pink Panther? You know what I mean? I don't know why. Like a comedy, like a cartoon. Doesn't it give you that vibe a little bit? It's so weird. You know, or one of those old British comedy shows from back in the day. You know what I mean? The Benny Hill show or something. That's a deep cut. But you know what I mean? You feel me? It's like this really bad joke. Like he's up on the top and the cop comes out and he looks up, and the guy hides out. You know what I mean? They do that a bunch of times until he gets actually caught, and then they run around the building a billion times. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like this is just one big ass joke, right? But okay, I said my piece. Let us continue.
Stunning new video tonight showing the moment Donald Trump's would-be assassin climbed onto the roof of that building just 2 minutes before he opened fire.
Yeah, look, there he is.
You can hear bystanders desperately trying to alert police. Authorities now using that video as part of the investigation. And tonight, ABC News has learned that heavily armed local police were stationed inside that building and missed Thomas Crooks climbing up the outside of the building to the roof. The same building was being used as a staging area for local police, according to 2 law enforcement officials. And Butler Township officials are confirming ABC News' reporting that a local police officer climbed up the roof and confronted Brooks moments before the shooting.
The officer grabbed hold of the edge of the building, pulled himself up to be able to look. And according to what he's told me, shooter turned, rifle was pointed at the officer. The officer, defensive move, kind of ducked, fell, lost his grip on the building.
Investigators tonight trying to determine whether roof access had been properly locked down. The shooter climbing seemingly unimpeded, about 400 feet from the stage, with a direct line of sight on the former president.
Take a look at what happened.
Washington lawmakers demanding answers, calling on the Secret Service director to appear before Congress. We sat down with Director Kim Cheadle today for an exclusive interview.
What was your reaction when you saw the events unfold on Saturday?
Shock, and then concern, obviously, for the former president. This is an event that should have never happened.
Who is most responsible for this happening?
What I would say is that the Secret Service is responsible for the protection of the former president.
So the buck stops with you?
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable, and it's something that shouldn't happen again.
The president and Homeland Security Secretary said today they had 100% confidence in you, but there are some members of Congress calling on you to resign.
I appreciate the Secretary's comments, and we're going to continue to be transparent and communicate with people.
You plan to stay on? Absolutely.
I do plan to stay on.
Director Cheadle says she will not
resign, everybody. Okay.
On an independent review of the security failure. She says she plans to make immediate changes. We learned today she's already expanded the tactical or SWAT support for former President Trump. David?
Okay. Now, you heard that. Okay. And let's be real. She says, I ain't stepping down. I'm not going to resign. All I can do is do better. All I can do is fix the mistake that I made, right? Okay, I get it. But at the same time, this was a huge mistake. This was a huge oversight, for sure. But wait, there's more. In this video, they try to explain why snipers or security were not on the rooftop of that very building. By the way, I know. It's frustrating that I repeat these things, but I just want to remind you, this is the same building that local PD was inside of. They were walking in and out of that area, in and out of that building. That was their headquarters. And this monster was on top of that very building. But hear what they say in this video on why. I'm sorry, it's hilariously bad on why they did not station snipers or security of any kind on top of this roof. Hear me out. Let's take a listen to this, shall we?
Continuing to follow the big updates. All right, everybody, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. We are continuing to follow the big updates that really are coming by the day on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump here. We are learning new information right now from the United States Secret Service director. She acknowledged in an interview that responsibility for the security failure that led to the attempted assassination of former President Trump ultimately rests with herself. The buck stops with me, she told media members this morning. The director acknowledged the incident should have never happened and confirmed that the shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, had been identified as a person of interest, but by the time Crooks was located, it was too late to stop his bullets.
Too late to stop his bullets, but there's more to this, guys. We already heard about her saying the buck stops with me and all that stuff. And yeah, she's taking accountability for sure, but not really. Does that make sense? She's literally going, I take responsibility, but it was the wind. It was the wind that did this. It wasn't us. It was the wind. Let's continue, though. Let's continue.
The shooter was actually identified as a person of suspicion, she said. Unfortunately, with the rapid succession of how things unfolded, by the time that individual was eventually located, they were on the rooftop and were able to fire off at the former president.
By the way, like I said, reports are saying that he was up there and he was identified as a person of suspicion or suspicious person many, many minutes before they did before any of this. Okay, before this tragedy. But, let's continue.
She also said that Secret Service was aware of the security vulnerabilities presented by the building.
Wait, I'm gonna say, hold on, okay? Hold on. Let me just do this real quick because I need to do the full face of me here. Okay. You heard that, right? Let me roll that back because I really want this to get all the way down to your plums. Okay. Let this marinate. Let it get all the way down to the marrow. Hear this BS. Hold on. I'm gonna roll this back just a few seconds. And here is the BS. Here it comes.
Rooftop and were able to fire off at the former president. She also said that Secret Service was aware of the security vulnerabilities presented by the building. This is big news. This is big updates right here. They say that Crooks took a sniper's position on to aim at Trump. However, a decision was made not to place any personnel on that roof. Again, the Secret Service director is saying a decision was made early on not to place any personnel on the roof. That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point, she said. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof.
What? No. I'm just saying, hold on. Because I know Live and Learn just said, why? All of us are like, why? You're telling me, hold up. Time the F out. I'm rolling that one more again because what? Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm rolling it all the way back. I'm sorry, y'all. You got to hear this one more again. Did you hear her try? Do you see what I'm saying? That it was the wind. It was the wind. Hold on. I need you guys to listen to this one more time. Hear this. Hear me. Just hear me out. Play one more time.
Secret Service was aware of the security vulnerabilities presented by the building. This is big news. This is big updates right here. They say that crooks took a sniper's position on to aim at Trump. However, a decision was made not to place any personnel on that roof. Again, the Secret Service director is saying a decision was made early on not to place any personnel on the roof. That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point, she said. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof.
Okay, hold on. Can I just say something real quick? This some bull. You know what I'm saying? These are the moments when I want to curse and use some four-letter words. You're telling me you are the Secret Service. You're telling me you got snipers that have lived you are concerned for the safety of your Secret Service. Their job is to protect and serve, to protect Trump and whoever else that may be in the path. You're supposed to protect the people, but you were safety concerns. Hold on, time out. So I've seen enough and heard and read enough books by other people that are snipers and all that stuff, and seen interviews and have friends that have been recon Marines and all that stuff. Got plenty of guys that are in the armed forces and are retired as well, and they have told me the craziest of stories about people who have done that are gone out. Okay, that are snipers that will sit there and they will literally live in one position like this for days, in their own pee and their own excrement, living in their own ish, just sitting there patiently waiting for their target. And they will sit there for days. And it doesn't matter the terrain, it doesn't matter the situation. F all that safety stuff. You telling me that they can't balance? This dude was able to climb up there and get into a sniper's position and line up a shot and take 8 shots. And you guys looked at that building, the rooftop, and said, yeah, it looks kind of steep. Maybe not, because, I don't want to twist an ankle. Are you kidding me? That's the reason why you didn't decide to put security personnel on the roof? Man, miss me with this nonsense, man. Are you kidding me? Bruh.
So that is the reason the Secret Service is saying they didn't have any snipers or any Secret Service members on top of that roof because it was sloped. They were worried that it was sloped. Well, here's what happened. The shooter didn't care that the roof was sloped.
No, he didn't.
The shooter wanted to kill Donald Trump, and this is what this investigation will continue to unfold here. But again, Secret Service saying they didn't want to put anybody on top of there because of a sloped roof.
Okay. So now you heard that, right? Let me just say something really quick. You got people who have done the people who are in the Secret Service. They have all had some sort of military or some sort of law enforcement experience before that they become part of the Secret Service. You got to make sure that those people are properly vetted, know exactly what they're doing, know protocol and all that stuff, right? And I'm sure they do crazy background checks on every single agent that they do have for the Secret Service. But they also understand that there's safety and you got to do by any means necessary to make sure that these people, not only just Trump, but every other person that's at this rally is safe. A lot of these guys have done some crazy stuff. sitting on very dangerous places and all that stuff because of being part of the military and all that. So you're telling me that this little roof that isn't very slopey, as they're saying, was a safety like, do you understand how ironical the irony of this is? They were concerned for their own safety. That's the reason why they didn't put personnel in that area on top of the roof. That's why they were over on another roof. But they were on another roof, though. But they weren't on those roofs. Like I said, they are literally moving this doggone goalpost as best as they can. And then they're sitting there going, it was the wind. It wasn't our fault. It was the wind. It's the slopey rooftops. They're so slippery. You never know. You might just sprain an ankle and twist, throw out your back. Because I got that sciatica, go straight up and down on my left side of my body. I'm real concerned about that. So I don't know if I could do that slopey rooftop to protect the former president of these United States. Let's just sit on the ground and have a tea and talk about life and knit. Huh? So she says, oh, it's unacceptable. The buck stops here with me. Then we hear that the reason why they didn't go up on top of that roof is because they made a choice on it because it was a safety concern. When the first thing they need to do is care about the safety of all these other people that were inside that rally. But they omitted that for the safety of them. Ain't that a little ironic? Ain't that a little weird? Ain't that odd? Huh. I mean, it's laughable, but then it makes you angry. Because the man who protected his family and lost his life, Corey Compatori, didn't have to lose his life. A piece of Trump's ear would still be attached to his head right now. And the other two that are fighting for their lives inside a hospital right now as we speak would still be living, breathing, and would be living without bullet holes in their bodies. Let's keep it 100, y'all. You're telling me that this is a viable reason? And this is an inexcusable reason for why this tragedy happened? Nah. But you know what? Because I just want you guys to feel this as much as it made me feel this morning. This is the reason why I wanted to do this live with you guys as well. Because I was just like, I cannot believe this is the excuse. So just to bring it all the way home one more time, I'm going to play that piece for you one more again. Remember, this is the same director of Secret Service that said, the buck stops here with me. She also said she will not resign. She takes accountability. She accepts the mistakes that were made. But the reasoning behind this is absolute BS. I'm going to play that one more again for you guys because y'all just need to hear this.
Aware of the security vulnerabilities presented by the building. This is big news. This is big updates right here. They say that crooks took a sniper's position on to aim at Trump. However, a decision was made not to place any personnel on that roof. Again, the Secret Service director is saying a decision was made early on not to place any personnel on the roof. That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point, she said. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. So that is the reason the Secret Service is saying they didn't have any snipers or any Secret Service members on top of that roof because it was sloped. They were worried that it was sloped. Well, here's what happened. The shooter didn't care that the roof was sloped. The shooter wanted to kill Donald Trump. And this is what this investigation will continue to unfold here. But again, Secret Service saying they didn't want to put anybody on top of there because of a sloped roof.
Okay. You heard all that. And I'm telling you right now, the reporter that's saying this is absolutely right. The person who was up there, Thomas Matthew Crooks, that attempted to take Trump's life, but did take another person's life, he didn't care about how steep the rooftop was. He crawled up there on the roof, which is the same roof that underneath him were local PD walking in and out of that place. That was their like little headquarters area, right? That was their staging area for the day, for that event. He was on top of that very building. Security, PD, whatever you want to call them, were all underneath him, inside that tiny box of a building, right? He didn't care. He did by any means necessary to take aim at the former president. He did whatever he needed to do. That's the same mentality that should have been happening for Secret Service and local PD as well. There should have been people on that rooftop. It's fine. There could have been a way that they could have anchored that person down to keep them safe and all that stuff. Like, let's talk about it. Just because it's a sloped rooftop does not mean that you can't find a way to keep somebody safe up there. He crawled up that mug. He put his rifle down. He set his sights. He took aim and he pulled the doggone trigger on that same rooftop. But Secret Service is saying, oh, we'll do everything, but we won't do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I will do anything for Trump, but I won't do that. That's literally the theme song for Secret Service right now. They won't do that, but they'll do anything else. But no, steep roofs? Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that, you know. Shameful. Disturbing. Absolutely terrifying. Because there was so much that could have been done and it did not happen. So what say you guys? Should she resign or no? And also, like I said before, Kimberly Cheadle's was not boots on the ground at ground zero where this whole tragedy ensued. She's the she's the overseer. She is the watcher, right? She is the director. She pulls the strings. But I'm also wondering about the other person who actually was the head, who was actually running Secret Service at this event. How they conducted things. The head of that group, okay, on this particular event, this particular project should be brought in for questioning, and he or they should definitely resign with the quickness, or just let that person's ass get fired because they're just as responsible. Now, I don't know if this person, whoever is the head of this particular outfit, okay, at this particular event, I don't know who the head is, but I would assume that they would be maybe radioing in or checking in. I don't know. With Cheadle, I don't know. But there's somebody else, because Cheadle's not there. She's not running around with a gun in her hand. You know what I'm saying? She is in the offices doing her thing, drinking coffee and wearing, power suits all day long and doing paperwork. the person that was heading this whole outfit right here, okay, before all this chaos ensued, made an executive decision to not put security on the top of that roof due to safety concerns. Who is that person? And have they brought them in for questioning and for investigation to find out exactly what happened? Because you cannot automatically sit here and say, oh yeah, no, it was the wind. It was local PD's problem, not ours. No, you guys are Secret Service. You know the ins and outs on how to protect the president or protect the former president, especially during events like this. Local PD doesn't know all that stuff, I would assume. So, hey, you should have been overseeing local PD as well. This whole thing is insulting. This whole thing is absolutely disturbing. It's terrifying. And I'm hoping, like I know that she says we're learning from this mistake. It's a huge mistake. Someone lost their life and two are severely injured in a hospital right now for this mistake. This should not have happened. But they definitely should not be pointing blame. They should be taking full accountability for this tragedy. And you got to miss me with the nonsense about safety concerns. Okay? Miss me with that nonsense. A person lost their life, and there's hundreds, if not thousands of people that are deeply traumatized because of witnessing this situation that should not have happened. It should not have. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is some crazy stuff, but trust me, as we find out more information, you already know we're going to be talking about it more and more as more stuff trickles out. We have a lot of other conversations, a lot of other cases that we are still covering. So we will be talking about those things as well as the day goes on. Be sure to keep that notification bell set to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload. Oh, shoot, I forgot to get these. Let me grab these really quick. I'm so sorry. Let me kill this theme music. Okay, S-Dubs, thank you so much for the super chat. That was not about her being a woman. It was about her being incompetent. She needs to step down. She's responsible for what happened. Yeah, this is nothing to do with gender. This is nothing to do with anything other than that. It is just the fact that her team made very, very wrong decisions that should never happen. These mistakes should not happen. You see what I'm saying? They need to be almost super anal retentive when it comes to this kind of stuff. This is somebody's life and potentially other people's lives, like what happened at this rally, right? This mistake should never have happened, period. Okay? Constellation, thank you so much. This is beyond a national embarrassment. It's almost impossible to be this stupid. All this experience undone by a kid. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, for Secret Service and all local PD that were involved, sorry, but y'all screwed the pooch really, really bad. Okay. And yes, to be undone, okay, to be thwarted by a 20-year-old novice civilian. Okay? It's not good, y'all. It's really, really not good. Now the show is over. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. It really does mean a lot. We do cover a lot of things on this channel. We are going to be talking about a few other cases as well, so be on the lookout for that. We got a lot to talk about. There's still more developing information revolving around this particular case, so please be sure to tune in, okay? Please be sure to tune in, all right? But do me a favor, hit that like button down below, crush it, make it do what it do. That would be amazing. Hit that reaction button. If you are watching on other platforms, please and thank you. If you are watching on those platforms, crush that follow button on my Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me on those platforms. Please follow me on those platforms. That'll be dope. Of course, do not forget to crush that subscribe button here on my main channel, go over to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there. There will be clips from today's show over there as well. Please go check that out. That will be dope as hell. All right, subscribe. Secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Check it out. Of course, hit that join button down below. Become a member. Support if you can. All right. Hit that join button or go and check out my Patreon. Patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's underneath me right now as we speak, crawling across the bottom of the screen. Go check it out. Support, become a patron. That'll be amazing. All right. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. We'll be back on a little bit later on live this evening, so be sure to be on. Make sure that notification bell is set to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because it is random for show. All right. But please go and check those things out. Make sure that bell's rung like crazy. Okay. But anyway, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. I appreciate y'all. Have a safe, positive day. All right. Do something positive. Shake this off. Okay. Taylor Swift. Do something dope. Do something positive today. And I'll see you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.